You may have been wondering about my well-being, considering I'm being evaluated in this facility. Well, it's been a tough few weeks. First the psychoanalysis, the cold showers, and finally the horror, essential oils. So I'm busting out of here and getting back to my old cynical self.
Come on now, David, take your medication, there's a good boy.
Time to escape! Hello again, friends. It's nice to be back in my usual surroundings in this bureaucratic cesspool. Unfortunately, my return is marred by the death of a beloved security specialist, Kevin Mitnick, a well-known, respected, yet perhaps infamous hacker from the 80s. A simpler decade, one would say, free from obsessive screen disorder and chock full of Reagan-supplied crack. Oh, you didn't know that one? He was in bed with the CIA the whole time. And for breakfast, he used the profits from crack sales to buy weapons for wars that Congress refused to fund. I wonder if he used his vegetable ketchup with his hash browns. The whole ketchup thing's ironic, right? Considering a tomato is a fruit. Oh, and he also cut school lunch budgets. Isn't the President of the United States not supposed to bully children? If I saw him in the playground, I'd give him a knuckle sandwich right in the kisser. Well, I'm on a Reagan rant, so might as well continue. Remember Reaganomics? Nothing like increasing income inequality while tripling the federal debt to tuck you up in bed at night. It was the perfect bait and switch, right? Tell the public you're going to cut taxes and funding for federal assistance programs, then go off and line the pockets of defence sector warmongers. For as much as he was opposed to wealth redistribution, this sounds awfully similar to me. Instead of telling a scary story around the campfire, you could just read an overview of Reagan's presidency. That might keep me up for weeks. Oh, and the whole trickle-down theory. Yeah, it never happened. That wealth got sucked up to the top like a leech performing a medical procedure in 1862. I guess Reagan succeeded in his supply-side macroeconomic policy by packing the prisons to the brim and supplying the streets with mentally ill patients after cutting their health services. Anyway, I digress. Back to Mitnick. After his stint in prison, he launched a successful security consulting company. Here's to you, Kevin. With such a dour start, let's go on to greener pastures. Oppenheimer is 3 hours of white men talking in a room. I'm a puppet, I can say that. And 1 minute of an actual explosion mashed into the most boring concoction since, well, mashed potatoes. I want my 3 hours back. I would have actually learned something about Oppenheimer and had more fun by just reading his Wikipedia entry. Here's what I learned. Oppenheimer was mostly just an administrator that was really good at talking in one-liners. Sounds like someone we know. Musk. He also helped kill hundreds of thousands of people, but I now feel bad that he got his security clearance taken away. That's not to mention Nolan's ear-splitting score that doesn't stop once, so you always know how you should feel at any given moment, which is usually pain coming from your eardrums. Now on to the better half of Barbenheimer. At least Barbie wore its capitalist cash grab on its sleeve. And it's about time someone started tapping into the female demographic in Hollywood. Only, 100 years too late? Speaking of cash, let's talk about the female dollar. The Bayhive, Swifties and Barbie Squad delivered a massive 1-2 pow right in the kisser to the US economy this summer. Beyoncé ushered in an entire new fashion trend. Taylor Swift fans shelled out more money than a one-bedroom in Cleveland, and Barbie raked in $337 million globally on its opening weekend, the most ever for a movie directed by a woman. The female dollar's got some power, folks. Cue the whining and complaining from alt-right men children. I just hope the US Treasury will follow through on their promise to put Tubman on the 20 in 2030. But honestly, as much as I like to see it, I'm not optimistic. This bill has been festering in the Senate since Obama's second term. Although it's been renewed with the Harriet Tubman Tribute Act of 2023, I'd place my bet on Biden getting put out to pasture. If they don't do it, I will. There's my required pop culture review of the week. See producers, we can get along. In actual tech news, Kenya has put a temporary hold on potential supervillain Sam Altman's WorldCoin. Imagine thousands of people lining up to get their irises scanned by a silver orb to create a digital identity in exchange for cryptocurrency. And imagine the hubris of the people storing this data, saying that it's meant to be perfectly secure. Probably the oldest phrase in the new world of tech startups. I, for one, will now have my eyes replaced every month like Tom Cruise in Minority Report, but minus the creepy doctor. I've been told that we're partially owned by Tools for Humanity, a parent company of WorldCoin. What a great name, and even larger ego. So there you have it, kids. They can't be wrong because it's in their name. Thank you and good night.